I didn't sit down at that dinner expecting a confession. It was a Tuesday, ordinary in every way, the kind of night couples like us had lived on for years. Work, traffic, a polite kiss hello, plates warming in the oven. My name's Callum Reeves. I'm 43, married 15 years to a woman named Eleanor. At least I was married. At that table, with the candles she insisted on lighting, something quietly ended. Eleanor poured the wine herself. That should have been my first clue. She barely touched her food, pushed it around with her fork, eyes fixed on a spot just past my shoulder. I asked how her day went. She said fine. That word hung there, stiff and empty. After a few minutes, she cleared her throat and said there was something she needed to tell me. Not discuss, tell. She said it calmly, almost formally. I've been seeing someone else. No trembling. No tears. Just a statement, like she was informing me the car needed servicing. She said it had been going on for months, that she hadn't planned for it to happen, that it didn't mean she didn't care about me. I noticed how carefully she chose those words. I noticed how none of them included the word sorry. I didn't interrupt. I didn't ask who. I didn't ask why. I watched her hands instead, how steady they were, how practiced this moment felt. She said she felt alive again, desired, seen. She said she hadn't meant for me to find out this way, but she couldn't keep lying. She waited for a reaction, the way someone waits for thunder after lightning. What she didn't expect was silence. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't push my chair back. I took a sip of wine, set the glass down carefully, and nodded once. In that moment, something inside me rearranged itself. Not anger, not heartbreak, clarity. I thought about the last few years. The late nights she blamed on work. The phone turned face down. The way intimacy had faded without explanation. I had blamed stress, age, routine. I had tried harder, leaned in, convinced. My self-love meant endurance. Sitting there, listening to her explain her betrayal like a lifestyle adjustment, I realized I had been the only one trying to save something already gone. She kept talking, filling the quiet. She said she hadn't decided what she wanted yet, that she needed time, space. She asked if we could be adults about this. That word adults made me almost smile. Adults don't confess affairs over reheated dinners and expect gratitude for honesty. When? She finally stopped. She looked at me like I was a problem she needed solved. I stood up, carried my plate to the sink, rinsed it, and set it in the dishwasher. She watched every movement, confused now. I dried my hands, walked back to the table, and said, "Thank you for telling me." That's when her confidence cracked. She asked what that meant. I told her it meant I finally understood the rules had changed. Then I picked up my phone and sent one email, just one, to my solicitor. I asked him to prepare separation paperwork. Nothing dramatic, just the first step. I went upstairs and packed a small bag. Not because I was running, but because I refused to sleep next to someone who had already left. When I came back down, she was crying. Real tears this time. She asked where I was going. I said I was giving her the space she said she needed. She followed me to the door, voice shaking, saying we should talk more, that she didn't expect me to react like this. I paused with my hand on the handle and looked at her. For the first time in years, I felt taller. You didn't expect consequences. I said, that's different. I didn't drive far. I checked into a modest hotel, the kind meant for people between places. I slept better than I had in months. No questions looping in my head. No bargaining. Just quiet. The next morning, I canceled the joint credit card. I transferred my salary to an account in my name only. I changed passwords. Not out of spite, out of alignment. She had chosen a separate life. I was simply matching her choice. By afternoon, my phone lit up with messages. Confusion, anger, fear. She said I was being cruel, that she only told me because she trusted me, that I was moving too fast. I replied once, "You moved first." Friends reached out, having heard her version already. I didn't argue. I didn't defend myself. The truth doesn't need an audience. When you're at peace with it. A week later, she asked to meet. Said she wanted to explain herself properly. I agreed. Public place, daylight. She looked smaller somehow, less certain. She asked if there was any chance we could reset, start over, end the affair. I listened and told her no. I told her that trust isn't something you rebuild with promises. It's something you protect before it breaks. I told her I didn't hate her. I just no longer belonged in her story. She cried again. I paid for my coffee and left. People think leaving after a confession is strength. They're wrong. The strength comes before. It comes from knowing your worth without needing someone else to confirm it. I didn't win. I didn't lose. I chose myself the moment she chose someone else. That dinner wasn't the night my marriage ended. It was the night I stopped pretending it hadn't already. And for the first time in a long while, I walked away without feeling like I was abandoning anything that truly wanted me to stay. I still think about that silence sometimes, not with regret, but with respect. Silence can be an answer. Silence be strength. Silence can be the sound of a man finally listening to himself.